Thanks for stopping on in for today's MLB Pick a video play for July 6, 2018. In today's video, talking about this Game 2 matchup here between the Atlanta Braves and the Milwaukee Brewers, and where we see the better value on the money line. Both of these teams having themselves quite a bit of success, at least through the halfway point in the regular season. You have Atlanta at 49-37 overall, 26-20 on the road, and then the Brewers a little bit better in terms of their overall record, standing 52-35 overall and 28-17 at home. But Atlanta, they've gone against a pretty brutal schedule throughout the first half of the regular season, and this young up-and-coming team, the fact that they're 12 games above 500 is pretty impressive. They're going into their third straight road series here, coming in to Milwaukee. First, they swept the Cardinals across 3 games. Then they picked up 1 out of 3 games in New York, and that's against a Yankees team that has been one of the toughest to beat in all of baseball, and now coming into another tough series here against the Milwaukee Brewers, and should be a great matchup here in this Game 2, considering the starting pitching matchup that we're going to get. So Atlanta, right now, they're standing atop the National League East. Their numbers are quite good, 6th in the majors in runs scored and 11th in total team earned run average. And if Atlanta is going to take that step forward needed to make a serious run at contention and advancing in the playoffs, they're going to have to make some moves to improve that bullpen. But outside of that, maybe there is a little bit of shakiness at times within their starting pitching rotation, but their offense has been great. Generally, you get really solid defense out of Atlanta. It's just that bullpen is very up and down, as well as at times some of the pieces in their starting rotation have been hit or miss as well. But still, overall, 11th in the majors in earned run average isn't all that bad. And today, the Braves are going to be sending out 26-year-old righty Mike Foltynewicz, who is a guy who doesn't necessarily always go extremely deep into his starts because he tends to have some issues with command at times, and we've been seeing that from Foltynewicz more recently in his last 4 outings, only going 5 innings in each start. But even with that being the case, he's generally highly effective in limiting the amount of damage that the opponent is able to do, even when he does issue those walks. As Foltynewicz, he's made 16 starts so far this year with just a 2.02 ERA and a 1.11 whip, so some really good stuff there from Foltynewicz. In his last start, which came on the road against the St. Louis Cardinals, Folty went 5 innings, giving up 1 hit, 0 earned runs, 3 walks to 9 strikeouts. And this kind of seems like what you get out of Foltynewicz in a lot of his outings, maybe about 3 to 4 walks, but he also strikes out a lot of guys. And because he's getting deeper into these counts, he generally has to get pulled a little bit earlier. And the problem that you can have with that coming out early in these starts is the Braves have to go to their bullpen, which has shown to be pretty shaky. And if Foltynewicz comes out after 5 innings, you never quite know what you're going to get out of that Atlanta pen. So on the flip side here, the Milwaukee Brewers, they've been having themselves quite a bit of success during their current homestand, winning 4 games in a row. And the Brewers now with that 52-35 overall record, they're in first place in the National League Central. In Milwaukee, in terms of their numbers, offensively, they haven't been able to produce as much as the Braves this year. 17th in the majors in runs scored. Their pitching numbers, although have been pretty impressive, 5th in the majors in total team earned run average. And today, the Brewers are going to be sending out 22-year-old righty Freddie Peralta, who's been great across his 5 starts, sitting on a 2.28 ERA with just a .87 whip in his last outing. Not one of his best showings by any means. Peralta went 5 innings on the road against the Reds, giving up 5 hits, 3 earned runs, 3 walks to 5 strikeouts. Definitely taking a step back after Peralta had been pretty dominant in his prior 2 outings against Kansas City at home and on the road against the Pittsburgh Pirates. So we expect a pretty competitive matchup here today. A great pitching duel between 2 younger guys, Foltynewicz on the Braves end, Peralta on Milwaukee side. Atlanta trying to bounce back here today, coming off 3 straight tough losses in what has been a pretty difficult road series overall. They were able to dispatch of the Cardinals in that particular road series, but since then, going to the New York Yankees and now to the Milwaukee Brewers, not easy. But we feel like the Braves are going to be up for the task here today, bringing in a little bit of extra focus as they try to bounce back with their guy Folty on the mound, who has been a pretty solid piece in their rotation. You can just see that by the numbers that he's been able to produce. And with the Braves coming in as slight dogs here, getting about plus 121, we feel like Atlanta is going to be the better value bet in this one, and what's almost about a coin flip matchup scenario. So again, guys, siding with the Braves here on the money line as the better value play. If you agree, give the video a thumbs up. Disagree, give it a thumbs down. Check out all of our picks for today over at stumpthespread.com. Linked down in the video description. Subscribe for more, and we hope to see you guys back here for tomorrow's video. Bye.